Welcome to day 8. We are taking the stairs up to the appointment. Now I can see I'm looking all crazy, but nobody's in the stairway because everyone's waiting for the elevator. So we are about to get our stitches taken out and our cast taken off. So I'll see you guys in there. If it had only been my nose, I think it would have been like a walk in the park. It would have been so easy. But where they took out the fat.
Yeah, how it was definitely usually everybody tells us they're, the legs.
Yeah.
Or where we take it is the most uncomfortable.
Definitely.
Also, Spanx. The compression on the legs really helps. What I'm going to do is I just take this curette and I just kind of go up and under. Could there be a little bit of tugging? Sure.
I'm more concerned probably for the stitches because the cast would probably feel really nice.
Yeah, and the stitches, unfortunately, I'll let you know, there's no nice way to do those. I have to tug a little bit to cut them and really try not to hurt you. At the alar base, it's tender.
No, it won't hurt. You hear that, brain?
Sorry, I know this is kind of uncomfortable.
It's fine. It's actually what I wish I could have done all week because I kept itching.
Okay, I'm gonna have you close your eyes because I'm gonna get this right up by your eyes and
poke me in the eye.
Yeah, that would be bad.
From this angle, it looks like you're just going right in her nostril, right up into her brain.
Egyptian, what's that one thing?
Oh, that where they used to poke their brain.
Yeah, maybe I won't think about that.
Yeah, that's
not good. Yeah, I'm gonna be scared to have the cast off because I did bump it one time when I was laying in bed and I was trying to put a cold compress on my cheeks and I was holding my phone at the same time and my depth perception was off and my thumb went across the tip of my nose.
Yeah, just be careful. The next 6 weeks you need to still pretend that you have a bubble around your head.
Yeah. Ta-da!
So there's still going to be like some adhesive on your nose. Kind of go like this to get some of it off. But it'll just eventually in the shower. But I don't want you like scrubbing your nose.
Yeah.
But you can absolutely get it wet and like lightly wash it.
And also with the cheeks, I've been very gentle with them. They feel pretty numb, so I still haven't wanted to put any pressure on them because I don't know anything about if massaging will disturb the fat.
Very gently, at least for the next 6 weeks.
Try not to lay on them, I'm guessing.
I mean, if you can lay on your back, great. If you can't, if it's really making you miserable and you need sleep.
I've tried to turn to the side and just bunch up the pillow right here, so it's not like pressing on my cheek.
Like you have adhesive right around the tip of your nose, and I'm not going to scrub it, but it looks brown and it looks discolored. It's okay.
Yeah, it can just match the rest of it.
Awesome.
I don't know what it looks like, but probably very
looks way
swollen.
different.
Yeah.
Way different.
It's so weird. I should have probably taken that half Valium that I had because I did not feel like I was going to be nervous at all, until we started to get close. And as soon as we got close, I was like, okay, starting to get a little nervous. And just the fact that they're saying that it gets like very sensitive, but they're not saying that it's going to hurt. So I think it'll be fine. Taking off the cast was like a little tender around the sides, but it's not like, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
So hopefully the stitches are like that.
I will do my best to be very, very gentle. So there are white stitches underneath your nose.
Dissolvable.
And I'm going to go ahead and cut some of the part flush under your nose. You can do that also if they start coming out more, which is not out of the norm. So you just little scissors at home, like little nail scissors, just wipe them down with alcohol really good.
Okay.
And you can cut them.
It could be a stress ball. Next. A happy piece.
Okay?
Yeah.
So far? Anyway.
Yeah. So it's when it gets close to the inside that it gets more sensitive, or?
Well, usually the outside is really, really sensitive.
Oh, okay. We're good.
That's why I always do it first, because then the rest of them don't seem so bad.
That looks so darn good. What do you think?
I haven't really seen it yet,
Yeah,
so I don't know. But with the bruising and everything, I don't know what to think of it. Yeah.
Get a quick sneak preview.
Awesome.
Isn't that cute?
Still super swollen, huh?
Of course. It's your final needle shape expanded 20% with swelling kind of blunted
Yeah.
everything. But you're looking just the general silhouette, the general angles, bridge height.
Yeah, I definitely like the silhouette. And I really like the smoothness already. I mean, I don't know how much more it's going to go down on the
Yeah, you want to keep an eye on that. In fact, it can be a little unpredictable, so we hope that enough sticks around looks good, and one patient out of every couple of years, they don't have a huge retention rate, but most people do.
Yeah. You just stay there.
Yeah, stay
But
there.
yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Looking good.
Thank you. Oh, I could have sworn I had splints in there. I was like, I can feel
Splints
it.
is more for
Probably
like if you had
stitches.
like a really bad
Oh.
septum or something. That's not so much you.
Oh, so I don't have to get those taken out.
Butt's okay and everything, legs and everything?
Yeah, just been nice and tender, but
Yeah.
that was probably the worst of it, and
Yeah.
that wasn't even that bad. I think my pain never really passed a 2, if anything, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Your nostrils look awesome. Really good. Chin down a little bit. Yeah. Boom.
Thank you.
All right, go heal.
Yep.
But this is a very good 1 week visit. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
You
I
just
got
do
the
what you
scissors.
gotta do.
See, it's the out ones. The
Yeah.
outside ones are the tender ones. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I know that one's not going to be good.
Yeah.
Because you're healing so well, it kind of went over the knot.
Oh, A++ on healing, Bobby. Ooh, that's the more sensitive side.
Darn it.
That's fine. Oh, sorry, I should have
No.
moved with you, but
No, I'm glad you did.
the anticipation is killing me.
Your skin just kind of grabbed on to all of these, and like the knots are kind of buried.
Yeah.
Trying to pull it out from under your skin.
That sounds so bad.
I know. Like the knot is like kind of buried, and then like I'm just trying to kind of snip around it to get it out. I can't leave it in there. Sorry, sweetie. It's okay. Like you just have to say that.
Like I've definitely had more painful things happen, so it's definitely it's not that bad.
Yeah, but it's also not that good. Usually this is like quick and easy. Okay,
You get it?
I got it.
Got all sweaty though, just from the anticipation of what was happening,
I'm
but
sorry.
it's okay though. It's really not that bad. I mean, it pulls and it like hurts a tiny bit, but it's definitely not even the worst thing.
Good. I'm gonna have you just put your head up, and I'm just gonna trim those white ones. Those little that look like nose hairs. And then that way it doesn't look like whiskers.
That's what I kept describing them as. I was like, it feels like little tiny whiskers just poking out of my nose. Yeah.
Like this.
Oh.
That's what was on my nose.
Like, I feel like I should sleep with it on still, but probably not.
And you probably don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So for the next 6 weeks, pretend your head is in a bubble. Culprits are pets, young kids.
Yeah.
My dog does like to jump at faces.
Yeah.
4
So
pounds of fury.
small kids, when they sit on your lap, throw their heads back.
Yeah.
Types.
Any kind of massaging that I'm supposed to do? No. I know like so 6 weeks, just don't mess with anything. If in the future I wanted to do like Botox or fillers, probably gonna be like way further down the line. Does that mess with anything?
None of it.
No.
So after the 6 weeks, you can blow it. I mean, if you have to wear reading glasses, I don't know if you do. Okay, because otherwise we'd have you tape them up here
Oh,
off
okay.
the bridge. Sunglasses, I mean, if you have to wear them, you get to tape it all the way up here so that they don't sit on the bridge.
And then activity and things like that, I can get back to.
Exercise to where, like if you were lifting weights and you were straining, don't do that for 6 weeks. But anything other, cardio, that kind of stuff, go for it. You're good.
And we're on our way back home. Sorry, there's like a reflection right on my face, but so it wasn't that bad. Like, I was super nervous, so I got really sweaty just sitting in there because just anticipating whether it was gonna pull or hurt or poke or like what. But the problem with mine was, this is obviously doesn't happen to everybody, but my skin was healing over the stitches. So a little too good of a job at healing, I guess. If you don't have that happen, it's probably not even gonna pull that much at all. And even if it does, honestly, it'd be less painful than trying to pick out an ingrown hair. It's not that bad. Not comfortable, but it's not that crazy either. And then taking off the cast, it just felt like a little tiny bit of pressure. It was only like tender right around the edge just because it was super stuck on there. And I'm super gooey right now. She applied a crazy amount of ointment, and my nose also looks kind of crazy because the tape left this ring around the tip. And of course, the tip is always swollen, but then once it goes down, it looks good. Right now, I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely kind of weird to look at it. And he said it's gonna go down 20%. 20% is quite a bit of swelling. And this is only 1 week, so there's a lot going on still. There's a little bit of a close-up. They took out all those little blue stitches and trimmed down my whiskers. And so 6 more weeks of being very careful. we'll see what happens. We'll see what I end up looking like. I don't know. I feel like I might end up looking totally different, like a whole different person. I'm gonna go into Walmart real quick and buy an actual saline mist, and then I'm also gonna see if they have an Afrin mist, because both of the bottles that I bought, you have to tip your head back, and as soon as it drips down to the back of my throat, I literally gag. I'm gonna go in there. I'm looking kind of crazy. I'm up in Park City, so I'm sure everyone's used to seeing a lot of plastic surgery. I don't know. That doesn't make me feel any better. I'm still gonna end up wearing my visor up to the door at least, but I might walk through there with it on, because it's either gonna be getting looks for wearing a crazy visor or looks for looking like I got in a freaking fight with someone. I know getting plastic surgery makes it sound like someone's high maintenance, but I definitely don't feel like I'm very high maintenance. I like to get things done once in a while if it makes me feel better, and that's it. I don't know, some of you guys might understand what I mean, some of you might not. I am still trying to get used to my face. I don't know, like it's still really swollen, obviously, around the tip of the nose. It's super round. I know that's normal, so I'm just gotta wait it out. And with the bruises on top of it, it looks all sorts of crazy. I still haven't wanted to wear any makeup. I think today I filled in my eyebrows. That was about as far as I went. I wanted them to be able to like actually see what was going on like, under my cheeks, because I don't know, I've seen a lot of people in their videos put on makeup before they go to their appointments for taking the cast off or whatever, and I guess that's great and all, especially if you don't have any bruising around your eyes, but the thought of having to scrub it off of my bruises, I just don't know how good of a job I could do, and I'm constantly applying the arnica gel on it, so it's been doing really good, healing really fast. I'm sure soon I will end up being a normal human being and start wearing makeup again. I've been obviously lazy about it, but with a cast on, you can't really put on makeup. I mean, you can around it, people have done it, but there's just been no point. So I just wanted to let my skin breathe and do its thing. Also, I wanted you guys to be able to see what it actually looks like while people aren't trying to like hide and cover up their face and cover up the bruises, and this is it. In my experience, this is what happened to me, so no need of trying to hide it and make it pretty, except for when I actually go in public. But if they wanted to see the whole experience, they can go on YouTube and watch it. My nose has been just fine ever since I took out the cast. Also, the whole time that I thought that I couldn't breathe as like clearly as I would have thought, I thought it was because I had splints in my nose, but joke's on me. There's nothing in my nose except for my own nose. It's just so swollen in there that it feels like there's something in my nose, especially on the one side. When I go like that, I felt like there was something hard in there, and it's just a stitch. So apparently there's like a whole bunch of them all over the inside. They dissolve on their own. There's air going through, but there's just a lot of swelling in there. Even when I use the Afrin spray, it barely opens it up. So hopefully the swelling eventually just goes down, hopefully sooner rather than later. But so it wasn't too bad to get the stitches out. You're trusting somebody else to hopefully not start tugging at it, and so since a couple times like she pulled on it, I got kind of scared, which I do that even when I'm getting my nails done. Like if someone scratches me one time, I will flinch back if I even think that they're gonna hurt my nail bed again. But it wasn't that bad, and I don't think I would have even really needed to take an extra pain pill, because I took half of a pain pill. I almost took a whole pain pill because I wasn't sure like if it was gonna hurt to take the cast off, or I thought that I had splints in my nose and I thought that they were gonna take those out, and I wasn't sure how that would feel. I wasn't sure if they were gonna have to like massage anything, because sometimes doctors will do that when something is in pain. They have to push on it and do things to it, so I wasn't sure if it was gonna be like one of those experiences, so I was kind of anticipating a lot of things that I wasn't sure of. So now you guys can kind of get an idea of how that goes, and hopefully not be as worried as I was with, you know, like, I don't know. Every doctor is different though, so you never know what they need to do or whatever, and every surgery is totally different, every procedure is different, so there's so many different things that they can do. Also, my experience was reasonably easy, I felt like. I mean, you guys can kind of be the judge over the past few days. I felt like it wasn't too big of a deal. Not that I would line up to do it again. I don't think I will want to do it again, but in a few years I probably will look back and not be too freaked out by it in the case that I needed to do another surgery. I feel like it was a pretty positive experience, which is really good. I did ask her if surgeries are just not very painful, like the rhinoplasties, or is it depending on the person, or is it depending on the surgeon, depending on the procedure? Because I've had friends that have gotten theirs done that have said it was so painful. Like they sent a picture of like, you know, laying there and they're just like miserable. And then I've had other people that have told me that it's not that big of a deal, that it doesn't hurt at all. So it just makes me kind of wonder what plays a role in that. And she did say that it just depends on the person, depends on your pain tolerance. I don't feel like I have the highest pain tolerance, but I mean, I have a reasonable amount, I guess. I mean, it still hurts when something hurts, but I don't know, I guess I kind of just tough it out. But either way, I think that it just went well, so I didn't have to deal with too much pain, even though that's probably just me, I don't know, thinking positively about it, because they did have to dig into my leg 5 different times to try to find fat, so technically that should have been a lot easier for someone that's just trying to get a little bit of a fat transfer. On a normal person, they would have probably had to do 1 incision on each leg where they go in and just immediately find the fat, and so it's just 1 area. But with me, it was like 5 different areas. Only 2 of them are really tender though, so that's obviously like where the fat gold mine was, the fat mine. But so he didn't sound as confident about whether the fat transfer will stick, because I'm a very thin person. So fingers crossed. I'm just gonna keep thinking positively about it, because I know a lot of swelling still needs to go down from all of it, along with the bruising. So once all of that goes down, we will see what the fat decides. I like to give myself pep talks about what I like to have happen. So like, for example, before the surgery, it's kind of crazy, but just like talking to the area of my body that's going to have something done, or in whatever situation you can do this. But I just kind of feel like if you just kind of give yourself the self-talk of this is going to happen, it's going to be a good experience, you know, and just kind of set yourself up for good healing and no pain and things like that. Otherwise, I feel like the body will be more shocked maybe. I don't know if it's I'm sure totally psychological, but if I can put those positive things in my mind before something painful is going to happen or whatever, then awesome. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, whatever. Like, I didn't lose anything by doing it. But I've always just kind of done that, and I feel like it really helps. So here's the close-up for today. It definitely looks very different. I don't know what to think of it. You always get that little piggy nose afterwards just because it's just so swollen right around the tip. I think I'm pretty much done with all my pain medication now, especially since I learned last night that if I just put a pillow underneath my waistline or my butt, it lifts my hips up enough so there's no pressure on the area where they took the fat from. Because like otherwise, since my bed is so firm, it just puts pressure right on my thigh where they took out the fat, and it just hurts. So it makes it hard to go to sleep. Tomorrow I have to do a couple things and go out in public, so maybe I will attempt putting on some makeup. If I do, you guys will be there with me. You guys have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.